Go around and look at this deer from down in the hill country around at Brick Shop. You missed out on playing poker last night? You didn't miss much.
Yeah, I've been studying.
I know, but I mean, you didn't miss much. This was from
Look at the size of that thing.
This is from Alberta. That's Texas deer, Oklahoma deer.
That thing is huge.
And there's up in
What did he score?
245.
God, look at the mass on those things.
Yeah, pretty remarkable. But
That
that came
bear.
from Idaho. This
Really? What part of Idaho?
North of Salmon, on the east side. We fly into Missoula, Montana, and drive down to Salmon, Idaho, and then go into Horse Creek. And
Huh. Oh, Lord.
and that deer came off our deer lease down in Fredericksburg too.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's nice for April.
Where'd that come from?
Caribou came from Northwest Territories up around the Arctic Circle.
What's
That came from a ranch down there around close to the it's Double T Ranch, close to Rocker. I can't think now. It was down southwest Texas. Some big old mouflon. And that other bear came from Alberta.
what's the earliest picture in this one?
Of just up there.
Yeah.
Oh, probably that elk over there in the corner. That's probably one of the first ones. You know, 05 or something like that. A lot of African hunting.
Now, where'd that deer, although, where'd that, is that this deer here? No, that's a different deer.
No, that's different. That's about one at home. I got quite a few at home.
That was
that's
over in
Africa, South Africa. That's an Idaho picture right there. And this is that mountain right there is Idaho. The guy right up here, this right up here, that was the #1 mule deer taken by an outfitter in Wyoming one year, and that guy standing beside me is who I met several years before that, and he works for Cabela's.
Really?
And he has put me on some unbelievable hunts. Boy, I tell you what, it's who you know.
Oh, yeah.
Walk around here and look on my screensaver. This cat right here, I shot that about this time last year in British Columbia, and I haven't got it back yet. That's small compared to this one.
God, look at the size of that thing.
That's
Oh, my
insane.
Lord, look at the size of that thing. God.
And that was after I'd ruptured my spleen, broke my ribs and everything. I'd been out of the hospital about a month when I went up there. I'd kill me. I'd absolutely. Let's run out there real quick. You got time? Y'all?
Oh, yeah, no, we're not messing you up.
No.
We're
Y'all make contact with Jackie?
We had lunch with Jackie today and then ran him off, and
Ran him off. He didn't play dominoes, did he?
he gotta go play dominoes.
Oh, I know. Yeah, we built the house and then we built this room later on.
Man, oh man. This is unbelievable.
Come on, wow.
Look at that drop tine on that deer right there.
That's not a drop time.
That's another horn.
That's another base.
Uh-huh.
Taxidermist nightmare.
Did you shoot him?
No.
Did you hunt?
I think she went to
I barely fish.
she went to the deer stand with me one time. She said, anything comes in here,
I'm
I'll shoot it
a
off.
gal, but oh, we had cows that day, I think. You know?
Did you shoot most of them with bow? The deer?
Most of them were rifle.
Right.
I just really gotten back into the bow. I hunted with bow for a long time, never was very good at it, and then I kind of got out of it, and my fishing guy from Alaska got me back in.
That's kind of an art, though. I mean, you got to practice.
He is phenomenal.
It's like
Yeah, oh yeah. You see the 3D decoy? I stand right there in the hall and shoot 12 yards here in the house. I mean, every night I'll get my, well, when I'm able, every night I'll get there standing in the hall and it's a 12-yard shot, and I'll sit there and just pound it. It's just repetition, and he's got a little step program to go through, and there's an art shooting bow.
Oh yeah.
And he is phenomenal. He built my bow, and I took it down to get it tuned, and he called around Dallas and found a bow shop that he liked. He sent me all the way to Garland to get my bow tuned, and the guy says, "I ain't nothing I can do with this bow. It's perfect."
Did y'all fish out front much?
My son does.
Yeah, our son is
Fishing
fishing.
phenom.
Yeah.
This was that deer I was telling you, it was the #1 mule deer in Wyoming that year. Basically a 3x3, which is unusual for mule deer. It's giant.
Who does he tactic on?
I had a guy out in from Bronx around San Angelo.
Boy, he does a good job.
And he has gone to the oil field, and he brought me that water buffalo, that Cape buffalo the other day, and he's got 2 or 3 more things in mind. He's going to be through with me.
What is that? Water,
That's a water buffalo.
water buffalo.
That's Cape.
Cape buffalo. Okay.
That small animal
That's
there is
an
called. Oh,
Diker from South
oh,
Africa.
I thought it was called a dick.
They're even smaller than that.
Really?
That'd be probably about half that size.
What's that ram there? What is that?
That is a Arapara.
From New Zealand?
Yeah. It's a feral sheep. is what it is,
Right.
From New Zealand. That and that chamois right here, and the red stag and the white goat, all came from New Zealand.
Where you get that pronghorn?
That came from New Mexico.
That thing is huge.
Yeah.
That is big.
He liked about an inch or so making Boone Crockett. I mean, you see my cat in the corner one? That's
A lynx?
no, it is a cat from South Africa. It's a, God, I can't even say.
Oh, I know what that is. That's they can jump real high.
Caracal cat.
That's
Caracal is what that's called. It's kind of like a lynx, a South African lynx.
How long did it take you to kill this guy?
Oh, he was, yeah, I shot him with a 375 H&H, took like 3 shots.
Look at the size of
I
that.
was about to say you need a tank for him.
Well, I don't know, but I'll tell you what, we skinned the back to his shoulders like he is, and peeled it off his head, and cut his horns off, and put him in a giant duffel bag, and I tried to get him on an airplane, weighed 130 pounds, so he wouldn't let me do it.
You know, it was up in Canada?
Yeah, and I had to have it salted and shipped. I mean, just the cape and the horns, 100, no skull, no nothing, 130 pounds.
Wow.
My 2 little white tails up here, what's kind of unique about the little skull mounts up there, see the way the horn's sticking through the other ones? I shot that deer up in Oklahoma, and he walked in, and I thought, something wrong with that deer, and that deer was bleeding off the side of his face, just everywhere, and he was sitting there licking that blood off him. He'd been gored, fighting.
Huh?
And I killed him, and he was already, the flies had already got to him. He would have died. And the muskox came from inside the Arctic Circle,
I thought so.
cold. And you can see a picture of it in the snow there.
How in the world did you get that thing out? Y'all have,
We were on snowmobiles.
oh,
I think we had off snowmobiles, yeah. But we were on the Arctic Ocean.
now you
Actually,
flew into where?
We flew into Nanilchik, which is, God, it took us 2 days to get there.
That thing's got some.
Red fox.
Looks like you got the quail in here.
Uh-huh.
That log came off our deer leash. I found that. I've never seen anything quite like that, where the inside rotted and the outside just it's like ironwood or something. Spring buck, that's the common, and that's the black, and there's 3 more, and I shot all 3 of those the last time I was in South Africa.
Where'd the zebra come from?
Zebra came from South Africa. I shot that zebra and this one right here at the same
Oh,
trip.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Impala.
Red lechwe.
Okay.
That's underneath there.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's Impala.
That's
Kudu.
That is a what they call a lesser kudu,
Lesser kudu.
Eastern Cape kudu, and these 2 over here are greater kudu.
Oh, okay.
And they were from Zimbabwe, and the eland right in the middle is from Zimbabwe.
Water buck.
That is it's a Thank God, you make me Inyala.
Inyala.
Water buck is straight to the top in the middle. That's a water buck.
What is that thing there?
That's a red hartebeest.
Hartebeest.
On days off in the road, he'll come help me. He works at the bottom prison down here.
I used to know the name of that one.
That's either you call him a Gibbs buck or a or an oryx. You call it either one.
Oryx.
Oryx.
And this one behind the zebra is a Singapore oryx, and he came off of game ranch in South Texas. And this one right here, they're like endangered in Africa, and they thrive here in the States.
I've heard about those things. They're doing real well.
Well, that's a wildebeest,
That's
right?
a blue. That's a blue one up there, and it's a black one right behind the zebra.
Oh, okay.
They got a different head shape.
Yeah, they do. They're quite a bit different.
Huh.
Were you planning on getting a rhino or an elephant?
No, my wife said no elephant, so I had a buddy of mine trying to get me to go a couple of years ago, and I didn't go. But you know, it's so expensive.
Now is that a red
It's a red stag.
red stag? Where'd you kill it?
New Zealand.
Where'd the moose come from?
That's from Russia.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you go to Russia?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, I had a guy text me the other day and asked me if I wanted to go back to Russia with him. He's gonna shoot a bear. I said, well, if I get a divorce, I can go. But other than that, I can't go. But it was scary, man. You didn't know if he was coming home. It was scary, and then we got kind of dumped over there, and they sent us to Siberia because they couldn't get us tags. And so we were up there in Siberia in October, and it's like -30.
Oh,
It was
my
cold.
Lord.
But the coolest things, we had several days spent in the town, and those guides took us to like museums and stuff. All their ancestors were killed back in the Stalin era, you know, and they showed all the concentration camps in these museums. And you know, well, them people were treated like crap. You know,
sure.
they'd tell us, they said, you know, they just look at the phone book and they pick pharmacists. They go pick up all the pharmacists that day, just haul them off to the concentration camp. All accountants, you know, just anybody professional, they just nailed them in the museum. They just show you stuff like, you know, sandals made out of tire treads. You know, they just wear a robe, you know, basically a robe or something's all they'd give them, and be in Siberia and just
They kind of look like an elk.
they do, but they call that a crown up top. They, you know, how good of tops they have, how big a crown they have, how nice they are.
Well, if I brought my dog over here, he would go absolutely nuts.
Yeah, he goes crazy over that one deal you got. What are those furs over there?
Those are foxes and coyotes from Alberta. I mean, they look like a wolf almost, you know.
I was thinking, say those things
They're
are big.
Beautiful rugs, you know. Cow pelts, you know. Be really nice.
Is it a big pain shipping that stuff around?
No.
Not too big a deal.
A lot of stuff in Canada, we'll bring it back in our bag. You know, like Australia and African stuff like that, you have to have somebody process it to get it ready to ship. And you have to have an exporter, and you have to have an importer in the United States.
Dog's got it bad.
That dog, that's where that dog sleeps every night. He's spoiled. He's pretty spoiled, I tell you. I don't know if you saw this over here. This is I think it's a kaibab tree. So I think that's the name of it. And it looks like you pulled the tree up by the roots, stuck the top in the ground. See, and here we are standing in it right there.
Look at the size. Where was that?
In South Africa. No, it's in Zimbabwe, actually.
Oh, they're thousands of years old, I'm
But
sure.
But you see how small we are in that tree.
I bet that tree is several thousand years old.
And this, one of my favorite pictures, got ostriches and a bunch of baby ostriches running on the
Where was
ground.
that at?
South Africa. And
Did y'all shoot a crocodile while you
No, I never did. I'd like to.
How many times you been over there?
I've been 4 times, I
Really?
think. And we're fixed to go back in June with a bow.
Oh, really?
So that's-
Now, what are you going to hunt with a bow?
I'm gonna hunt a bunch of weird stuff. I'm honestly.
Little stuff?
Well, like a blackback jackal, which is kind of like a coyote, and I told him I like to kill a porcupine, I like to kill a monkey, I like to kill a baboon, I like to kill a bush pig, and what I don't have, and I might be hunting, is a sable, and I like to shoot a giraffe. My wife doesn't want me to shoot one, but I might shoot one anyway, just to do it.
What about the dangerous 7?
Well, I've got the Cape Buffalo.
Yeah, you got
it's a dangerous 5.
Oh, it's 5.
Leopard, lion, Cape Buffalo, crocodile, and hippo.
I thought it was a rhino and elephant were there as well. I thought they were part of it.
You may be right. This was about one of my favorite animals right here. This is
That's a warthog.
Yeah, I like it. It was like it was like a couple inches short of a world record. Very, very interesting animal.
Now, who's got the current world record? He used to be on TV.
I don't have any idea. This deer right here, I shot it about 3 years ago, and that's another hunt that the guy from Cabela's put me on, and that was a muzzleloader hunt in Kansas.
Really?
And it made Boone Crockett. They got the plaque and all that. It was really a big deal. It was a big deal to me. It's all certified. I've got a couple of European mounts in here. You can come here and look at these. They're not
This is incredible.
much. That's an elk from Arizona. Another red stag. That's the first moose I ever shot from British Columbia. And here's another oryx, Jim's buck, and that elk smile. Peggy likes the skull mount, so, and she likes the moose up over the fireplace.
Yeah,
That's a classic.
Yeah.
got some daggers on him.
Yeah, yeah.